Welcome to Z Reviews, Z Cooks, and the Zeos Pantera channel. If you don't know what's going on now, you're probably one of the majority. I have a cooking channel, a whole cooking channel, where myself, my cousin, and my sister cook. And there's a Patreon for that, and it's an entirely different thing. But I don't advertise it enough because I'm a dick. So, I'm releasing this video that you're watching on the big Z Reviews channel, on the tertiary like unboxing, gaming, random channel, and on the cooking channel, which is all linked in the description, along with the Patreon. That's specific for that one, that I don't get any money for that Patreon. That's for my sister to bake you cookies. Trust me, there's cookie tier. When this one goes live, I'm going to convince her to do cookie tier. You want my sister's cookies in your mouth. That's all I know. So here's the confession part of this. I always ramble in my reviews, but I ramble specifically about things. In Z Reviews, it's okay. In Z Cooks, it gets fucking out there. So I hope you're ready to make meatballs. Now here's a little thing. It's half Italian, right? Half Italian. Not fully half Italian. And I don't have a meatball recipe. I've never made meatballs. And after you guys have all gone, oh, Italian doesn't have a meatball recipe. Yeah, my grandmother's meatball recipe, it never got passed down to me. My father was the least cookie of the three sons, so I didn't get it. I wasn't shared with his side. So now I'm going to pour myself some Cran America, because I'm thirsty, drink some water, and we're going to embark on an experiment that it's going to come from the heart, people. So if you've never seen a Z Cooks before, this is going to be a treat or a fucking nightmare. There's going to be yelling. There's going to be screaming. I'm probably going to get raw meat in my eyes. And, oh, just like Z Reviews, it's mostly unedited. So, I didn't look up any recipes. I don't know how to make meatballs. And I'm drinking water out of my cup, so I'm going to drink out of the bottle. I'm a spatula. Fuck off. It's a shame this is going to be limited time. I know what I need. I know some of the basics. I know you need at least an egg. Now, my friend's making 10 meatballs. Oh, I should probably tell you something more about this. This is not just I'm making meatballs because I'm hungry. It's already started. I hope we only need 2. Actually, you're probably gonna need for. I'm making all. You know what? I'm gonna need like 3 meatballs, 3 eggs for the meatballs. Okay. Breathe in and out. There's an ear of corn up here. I should eat that. So if I don't know how to make meatballs, but I know how to make meatballs, how do I make meatballs? These are the questions that I'm going to have to answer. All by my lonesome. I need Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. You like my extended thing? This is great. You have no idea how long I waited for this. We're doing this. This is. And here's the thing. I can't make them spicy. My usual go-to for things is like, oh, just make it spicy as fuck. And everyone will either love it or hate it. But I know the 2 people that I'm competing against. Oh, did I tell you I was competing against them? Did I lose my train of thought that bad? Yeah, so 2 of my friends, we're meeting up. We're doing like a camping thing, and it'll be well after this has been released. Okay. It'll be well after this is released. So, what is that? Why would you do that? Does they both do that? They both do. Why? Who does that? What maniac? So we're gonna go hang out, and my friend's like, oh, I'll bring meatballs. And my other friend said, nuh-uh, I'm bringing meatballs. My meatballs are the best. And neither one of them is Italian. One of them is like Euro-German. The other one is very redneck hick. So it's interesting. One of them is pure American long hair, heavy metal, but doesn't like spicy food. And the other one is short hair, preppy, yellow BMW bitch. So here I am, just watching these 2 fight about meatballs. And I'm just like, Should the only one with any Italian blood make some meatballs? I usually get very lucky with my food. And I'm assuming this will be no different. I mean, it'll be edible. I know there's a few people in my life that if I said, hey, make me meatballs, there's a good chance it'll not only not be edible, but you might die from it. Oof, pungent. Now, I bought this a couple days ago, so it's getting right on the edge of like, you need to use me. And I spent today making a sauce. Now, I'm Italian, like I said, and there's my sauce. Look at that. It's out of the water. All right, so this, look at the thickness of this sauce. This is like palpable, and it's got a lot of sausage in it, and it's got some peppers and onions, leftover things, some cheese, maybe some famunda. There's a whole other video for if you want to know how I make my sauce. Oh, my fucking sauce. This sauce is a meal. And I'm keeping it warm for as long as I can keep it warm. Simply because when I'm done frying the meatballs, if meatballs are going to get fried, they're going to go in that sauce, and I'm going to keep them in that sauce warm until midnight. This is a long, and then I'm going to pack them up into some containers, 10 meatballs, maybe into this one or to that one, and I'm going to bring them all the way out to the campsite in fucking Lime Rock Racetrack in fucking Connecticut, and I'm going to be like, put my balls in your mouth. So now, what do I know about making meatballs? I know you take meat, usually 3 different... Stop eating bags! Stop it. Fucking psycho. You take 3 different meats. It's a veal, it's beef, and it's... what are you? This is literally a meatball mix. Beef, pork, and veal. And the problem is I can't find the veal separately, or I would have bought the best beef, the best pork, and then added veal. None of the places in Philly have fucking veal unless you go to a specialty mart. So now I'm dealing with the pre-made mix. So what am I gonna do? I get a big mixing bowl. I'm gonna get a this is released in the big channel size mixing bowl. You're dirty. Give it a rinse. There's a lot of food theory about to be thrown out here because I love Good Eats. Good Eats is my fave. Good Eats is my bae. But I don't pay that much attention, so I just know that I love Good Eats. And I don't know if that makes me qualified to cook, but we're gonna find out today. Fuck. This is real cooking, by the way. When you go to a cooking channel like Binging with Babish, and it's edited down to like a 7-minute segment, and it's beautiful, and I love Binging with Babish. But there's no fuck-ups in those shows. Or they might include one, but it'll be really comfortably edited in, and oh, that's adorable. He couldn't crack the egg right. No, that's not how Z-Refuse works. That's not how Zeos works. We are going to suffer together. I'm going to bleed probably a little bit. I'm going to get these hands fucking dirty. Alright, I'm throwing 3 eggs in this bitch. Because I remember my mother making meatballs. Now, my mother is Irish and Polish. So not the queen of meatballs. But I loved my mother's meatballs. Because if you didn't love your mother's meatballs, regardless of your goddamn nationality and origins, then you're a terrible human being, slash son, slash anything. I'm going to... Let's start adding spices. Because you can't just... You gotta add spices. There's always spices. There's always spices. I'm gonna do a little salt, because I just know that I like salt in my food. And there you go. The ground red pepper flakes in the IKEA grinder. I know I said I'm not making them spicy, but it's just like... I think it's OCD at this point, where everything I do has to have this in it, at least a little bit. I mean, the amount I'm putting is like useless, so why am I even bothering? Italian seasoning. I'm gonna set this actually to like... See, they're gonna fry in this, but they're not gonna be finished. They're gonna finish in the sauce on a low heat for hours. So I can get this hotter than I normally would do, just to get that nice browning going on. And I'm probably gonna have to add more of this once I actually start manhandling this. Yeah, get in there, boy. Okay. Breadcrumbs. Am I measuring? No. Z don't measure. 3 eggs is probably not going to be enough for that amount of meat. And then what I like to do, I'm going to probably Parmesan crust to these as well. I know my friend was showing off his meatballs in the process, and he had them covered in breading. And I was like, ooh, that's really nice. And I think what I'm going to do, my secret... Yeah, some Parmesan in there. My secret's going to be butter. Because both my uncles ran restaurants, and they said if you ever want your food to really impress, and you don't care about the people you love living or dying after having it, I'll put butter in it. Just a lot of butter. So I got this fancy ass French butter. This is the butter that my sister and I agreed won the butter challenge, which was released on Z Reviews, and so it's literally just French. It's salted butter with coarse salt, and this shit's like $6 for 4 ounces, and I have a supply of it. And I'm gonna use half a fucking stick because of this. Let's get my butter chopping knife out. Ow. Okay. No. I'm sorry, I can't even save floor butter. I failed you all. I'm gonna fry it. I'm gonna fry it in coconut oil. I've made a sort of a commitment to myself to fry things in coconut oil, and I don't know if it's gonna work for this challenge. Because it is a challenge. It is a cook-off. You guys don't get to see the results, but you get to see the behind the scenes, and my friends can probably come watch this if they weren't dicks and be like, oh, this is where you fucked up. You didn't bread your meatballs, or you didn't roll them in this. Butter. Okay, we're gonna melt this butter. I think a minute of that should get it softy. I don't want to start touching it until I'm ready to touch it. So let's see, is there anything else I want to add? Tea leaves, fennel seed. Ooh, fennel seeds. Now you gotta pre-cook fennel seeds. Is that good noises? Probably great noises. Onion powder. Who doesn't like a little flavor of onion in there? I'm not gonna add any garlic because that's already in here. Ground mustard, hot ones, fiery chipotle. Anything else? I have a steak. I was considering cutting up parts of this London broil. I can't trust that the texture will be right, because I know what I want it to taste like. I remember some of the best meatballs I've had were not from my family. They were from a pizzeria in the Bronx, and they made specialty pizzas. Like the regular size was meh, but it's New York pizza, so meh here would fucking kill. So they were meh regular slices, but every specialty slice was adorned by the gods. And if you went there and got a meatball sub, oh my god, that's so much butter. Please don't burn my hand. Please don't burn my hand. Are you burning my hand? You're not burning my hand. This now it's burning my hand. Hi, boop boops. Anyway, her meatballs. Let me tell you about this woman's meatballs. They figured out and cut them in half afterwards. They used to get a meatball fucking sub from that woman, and you get it, and it was fucking baseball-sized meatballs in there. And I'd go to take a bite of it, and my teeth would hit the top of it, and then the ball would rotate. Like I wouldn't be able to bite into it if I didn't get top and bottom. The ball was so solid from being overworked that it, like, you couldn't break. It was just a perfect sphere. There was no oblong. It would just spin in the sauce and cheese when you tried to bite into it, and that was like, the texture of that was amazing. So now what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to work this meat, and I'm going to work it a lot. That's the deal. I'm not working it a little bit. I'm going to work it a lot. I'm going to fry in coconut oil. I'm going to fry in coconut oil. Oh, I want to point out that I got... the coconut oil went back to liquid again. Sweet. Because I got it as solid. It turned to liquid. I got angry. I installed a pump because it was liquid. And then it went solid again. This is from my hair conditioner, by the way. Not air conditioner, like my conditioner. I literally took it out and drilled a hole and then went... Now I can pump my oil. And the reason I like coconut oil is not a health thing. Don't think it's a health thing. I mean, it's partially a health thing. I mean, I like to live. I want to live forever. I don't know about you guys, but I want to live forever. But I did a test. My sister-in-law, Peruvian, was like cooking. Yeah, get that yolk in there. She was cooking chicken cutlets, plain white meat chicken cutlets. No breading, no nothing. And she started cooking with the guy we're staying at his house. He was a health freak, and he had coconut oil, obviously, if you're a health freak. Oh, this is so cold. And she cooked chicken cutlets. I'm like, all right, I'll try it. I bet it'll taste like coconut. I hate Mounds bars, so therefore I hate coconut. And not only did it not taste bad, I couldn't taste anything but chicken. It was the most chicken that I've ever eaten chicken. So I'm like, all right, let's see if this is any good. I bought a small jar, not that jar, a small jar, and I did a test. I fried breaded chicken cutlets the way I like it, with spices and everything. And I did 1 pan coconut oil and 1 pan Crisco, because I have a whole tub of Crisco over there, because that's what I usually, work it in, is Crisco. And the Crisco ones tasted like I like them. Ooh, nice and fatty, sweet. And the coconut oil ones tasted like nothing but it tasted more chickeny than anything. It was so weird. So weird. The method is the fold method. And by the way, if you don't have a bowl this big, go do yourself a favor and get a bowl this big. Because, by the way, this is going to make way more than 10 meatballs. So I'm probably going to mix this up, make meatballs, and then just freeze them. Again, I don't do recipes. If you want to try to figure out the recipe and put it in the comments, feel free. I'm trying to get every little bit. I'm trying to overwork this blend. By the way, it's very cold. Like I just fisted a dead whale. Come on, boy. Boy. I'm looking for this like tearing consistency. See, it's like, it doesn't... When I make a hamburger, here's the secret to Zeos making a hamburger. You ready? I'm going to give it away in the meatball episode. Zeos makes a hamburger from meat. You get it out of the package. You saw how nice and neat it was. You take it, you put it down, you press it once, you make sure it's a circle, you cook it. You don't do this. You don't work the meat like this when it's a goddamn hamburger. I want to bite into my hamburger and have it fall apart and be so juicy. As soon as you do this, I'm removing moisture from them. That's what the breadcrumbs do. It just absorbs moisture. Everything's absorbing everything in this. Hi, baby. Luckily, I can one-hand this. I'm used to twisting the knob one-handed. This is really awkward, and I'm going to drop it in my meat, and it's going to be bad. I would not wipe your eye with this right now, and I feel bad for any vegetarians that are watching. They're gonna puke. Alright, we're getting a good... I think that butter is gonna really... I don't know what it's gonna do. Here's the thing, I don't know what it's gonna do. I just know I know food and consistencies and textures and what I want in the world. Will this hold together, is the question. If I can make this a ball. Relax there, buddy. See, that's holding together nicely in a ballish shape. So now I'm going to roll it out on a little bit of Romano, because Zeos doesn't know when to quit. So my plan is, if I could pull this off, and I've never done this, but I've seen professionals do it, is prep meatball, roll meatball, place meatball, do next one, and then by the time I get around the ring, first meatball will be ready to flip. 450. I have no idea if that's hot enough. We're going by fucking eye. So this hand is clean. I haven't touched any raw. I didn't think I touched raw meat. What is that? There's raw meat on my hand. I've ruined this whole thing. I'll show you how you wash one finger with one hand while this slowly warms up on your other, and you can feel it. I can feel it just not being good. Oh Jesus, calm down. All right, Parmesan-Crusted Meatballs, here we come. By the way, these bags at Costco are like $13. So use wisely. Okay, that's meatball one. That's the size I'm going for too. And I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I'm just going to go around. Go to the side. Push your meatball, your giant meatball over. Just go for the edge of your giant pan. And we're working it into a ball. We want to work it. We want to overwork it. I want to overwork these balls. I'm going to go one roll. Grab it by the cheese. Two. Slightly bigger. I'll get good by the last meatball. I'll be fucking on the money. That's too much. That's the way this always works. So I see now this is something I could probably pause. Unless you guys want to talk about politics. And, you know, gun control laws. Wait. God, I hope these are good. I mean, what could I have possibly done to them to make them worse? To make them bad? Like, oh man, you added too much butter. I'm making butter meatballs. My cousin Justin would be so proud of me. He'd have a tear in his eye. Four. So how many am I? Oh my God, I'm gonna make 5,000 meatballs. All right, do not come to me for advice on how to lose weight. I cook food for like 17 people, even though I live alone, and that usually gives me 3 meals. So we're gonna get a lot of burnt cheese. That's what we're gonna get. If he's bringing 10, I'm gonna be at, that's 5. Yeah, I haven't worked through even like a little bit of this. Oh yeah, look at my balls forming. No, that's fine. I just touched it. Yes. Remember where we started. As soon as it looks like we're going to forget where we are, we have to go back and then start rotating. We should have a solid bottom. That's too much. Are you too big? I don't care. Variation is good. I like a little variation in my life. That's a way big one. That one's fucking massive. That's a mama ball. Stay down. I'm going to try to small this one up. I'm going to try to get back to my original size, which was good. Like racquetball size. Make, a little bigger than racquetball size. Honestly, there's no sports ball that I know of that is the right size and shape. Well, shape. But size for meatball. Yeah, that's a little more consistent. And roll it. Roll it. I see me rolling a Segway. And I'm gonna keep one hand clean so I can wipe my eyeballs. So I can wipe my eyeballs. So I can wipe my eyeballs. So I can. We're starting to run low on cheese reserves. Push down. Still too big. I have one perfect meatball, and every other meatball is goddamn gigantic. Wonder how much of the butter is actually just on the edge of this bowl and not actually in the meat. Anyway, you should check out the Z Cooks channel. Let me tell you the benefits of the Z Cooks Consortium Patreon. A, you get to see the videos early, just like on Z Reviews. But you also get access to a, well, if you do the $5 tier, a patron-only Telegram channel where Pasta hangs out, my sister hangs out, Justin hangs out. A lot of people hanging out. I've hit the end. That's like the Keystone meatball. Am I through the middle now? So big. God, it's so big. Just stop making it so big. That's what she said. Dave and Ursus, the cable makers, in there. A couple of my mods have joined in. Please don't fall on the floor. You're too expensive. That's a nice, decent sized ball. You're a lovely ball. Okay, now I'm going to start right there. I give it 3 more meatballs in the center, and then I got to just stop what I'm doing. How many did I actually get? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 around the outside. This will be 13. This will be a baker's dozen. And then we'll figure out what to do with that. Smaller, smaller. God damn it. Bigger. Overwork it. Overwork it. I want it overworked. I want it solid. Oh, there's a little baby one. Perfect. And again, it won't matter if we can cook them all the way through because we're not trying to do that. We're simply trying to get a crispy outside that then sits in tomato sauce, which the sauce is a little bit spicy. There's a little bit of spice in the sauce. I can't help it. I added a little bit of hot sauce to it, and I used a really, really hot sauce. And hopefully the cooking time will lessen it a bit. Oh, look at that. Happy meatball. Down. Alright, that one's... Ooh. I'm gonna have to get a cool little spatula. Alright, leave. Wash. What do I want to use? What do I want to use? What do I want to use to flip those? That. I have a plastic scraper. I need control and fidelity. I'm checking for fidelity. Now my sister's pretty good at banter. She's got the genes for it. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at the cheesy crust on that. Oh my god, I could smell it. 13 meatballs. It's a lucky number. Because I said so. So now I'm going to wait. How long did it take me to do that? 8 minutes? So every time I wait, I got to wait for as long as it took me to put the next meatball in to flip the next meatball. So this is when I'm going to pause the camera on the few edits I do, because you don't need to see me do this. Here, we'll see where I am in 15 minutes. 7 minutes and 43, 7:42, 7:41, 7:40. So, started with 15 minutes. We're about 7.5 minutes in. And I'm going to flip the last one. And if you can't get it right in its ass, it's fine. But they're all flipped. And I'll tell you this much. Adding more egg for the amount of meat I had. I could see them losing their shape already. The egg is what holds that together. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get them like on their sides, but I could give it a shot. Actually, I could give it a shot now once I finish the last one. Yeah, this is going to be a nightmare to try to do. And I'm not going to... Well, I probably should wait. I just flipped that one. Also, I keep turning up the heat. Because as they cook, there's moisture coming out, and it's filling it up, and it's much less of a sizzle, and more of a blah, 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 blah. It's blah, blah-ing. That noise. Whatever the fuck that noise is. It's all this thing from Aliens. So I got another 45 seconds, huh? Yeah, I hear you. I don't want to hear you. God, I don't want to hear you at all. Alright, where's my fork? A baby fork. I use this to manipulate my balls. Every 45 seconds, roughly, I'm flipping a ball. What is that? It's like it's screaming. Which one of you has a face? Let's see, I've got 6 minutes left. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 balls. I gotta step it up. Got a nice crust on one side. I gotta put it up more. I don't even know what that is down there anymore. It's awesome though. What is that sound? What? I'm scared. It's perfectly normal. Anyway, I'm going to continue doing this, and I will cut back when I put them in the sauce. And then it's 8:24 at night, and around 10 o'clock, around 10 o'clock, I'll pull one out of the sauce, which I'm going to turn up, and we'll see how they taste. Although it'll be better tomorrow when I'm actually eating them. Tomorrow night at this time we should be eating, roughly. Try this. Those are done. I packed up the rest of this meat loaf mix for meatballs in the future. That's gonna get cleaned. I cleaned the cutting board because when you're in downtime in the kitchen, that's what you do. You girls, and I don't know why I called the cheese girls. Cheese is obviously a dude. He's got a tattoo on his chest, and I've seen it. You go there, and you go shit. Stay. Stay. Perfect. All right, let's move these over. I just cleaned you. So you're down. Now I'm going to try to avoid getting grease from here into there. But, you know, it's a meatball, so. I shut that off about a minute and a half ago. And I gotta put this up. I gotta get it back to sizzle again. I may, even though I just reduced this sauce to like this amazing thickness, I may have to add another can of sauce if I can't get the actual sauce to come up and cover the meatballs. You're a center one, and that one sort of fell apart. Again, this is the birth of a meatball, not some tried and true recipe that I'm here to show off. Oh yeah, come on. Get in there. Get in there. Thank you. So 15 minutes since I put them in. No. I mean, I guess I could roll them around in the butter juice. So I'm assuming what that is butter juice. And we're gonna have to see. You. There's some big chunks of things in here, and I don't want to break the meatballs pushing them down. I'm just gonna sort of like make a hole and flip, because I want these submerged in sauce. That's like a thing. And now we're gonna do that. Some of these meatballs are just too damn big, and that may not work. And if I just roll them back over there, roll them like that one. Just get under it, remove whatever the hell's keeping it from touching the bottom. Move, slide, move, slide. We're good now. We're good. We're so close. We're so close to just being covered. That's a little bit too high. A little bit too high. Actually, you know what? Shut that off. Put this back on, because I know this front burner better than I know this back burner. Shove you in the corner. That'll be like my gauge piece of meat, because it's definitely red. I'm gonna get enough here. Okay. Now, you're down in the sauce. You're done and off. You're doesn't have to be very hot. Just has to be enough to get chopped meat to done, which is like 155, 160. Not 180, not fucking 300 degrees. I just want a covering of sauce. I should cover it with the legit cover, but I think I'm just going to go with the perfect fit, by the way. Alright, and now I'm not even going to set a timer, because it's just on. Just sit there doing on things. And the spotter shield, you can see what that prevents from happening. If you have a cat or dog, Chewbacca doesn't end up in your food. I don't know, maybe you want that. You're a sicko. But in the interim, this is dry. This is clean but not dried. You're done. You're done. I need to clean out that sink so I can get rid of that. My disgusting, amazing... God, looks like I butchered kittens in it. Assuming I know what butchered kittens look like. And that's a much longer story that we're not going to go into. Anyway, I'm cutting off again. I will see you in an hour and I see you in 90 minutes. I'm going to give this full in 90 minutes. Full. And I'm only supposed to take 10, so that means I could eat 3 of them. Maybe I'll have a steak in the interim now. Okay, double checking these. Internal temperatures. Thank you. 160 there. I actually shut this off, so we're actually cooling off a little bit. They all were near 160 when I checked them, so we're going to take one out. 147, 149, 151, 152. So yeah, they're all real damn close. And I just keep scraping it. Oh, that's a nasty patch of nastiness. Just from things congealing. Ooh, let's get more of that. Sometimes cooking is nasty. Sometimes cooking is amazeballs. Oh, so this is my steak. Don't ask questions. This is a Z Cooks. You don't ask questions. mean, you can. Just probably won't answer them. So, those are done. This I've got to just pull out. See, that's not my dinner for tonight. That's tomorrow night's dinner. Zio's tonight is like, oh shit, I bought a steak and I've got to cook it. So let's wiggle it out. Oh, it's getting hotter. Okay. Now I busted out the new cutting board and my Miyabi for this. So you guys should be real happy. New cutting board. Never cut meat in it before. Never cut meat in it before. Oh. I like to wet my cutting board a little bit. This way, if there is any porous surface that liquid's gonna get sucked into, like you can see lots of it now, it won't be blood. I don't want it to be blood and juice. It's not blood, it's juice. It's cow juice. And I have properly oiled this board, by the way. Yeah, I get it. I know. Fuck off. In hell. In hell. Alright. So now is, oh, I splash eat it. This is not how you're supposed to do this, by the way. No one ever said to cut it. Had to do like that. Okay. Close that. I'm gonna cut some steak and we're gonna try a meatball. Pick me out a winner, Bobby. Pick me out a winner, Bobby. Alright, we'll let the steak sit for a second. Let's do meatball first. I'm gonna do straight in the middle. I'm gonna make sure it's cooked. Oh. It's a good consistency. I wasn't thinking I was gonna get that good. I'm gonna take a picture of this. Yes, I will take pictures of the food on camera. Zoom in, move it over. Do we gotta adjust the white balance? Do I gotta adjust the white balance? Beautiful. Let's get that. Oh yeah. Chewbacca, we're gonna try some meatball. I know Chewbacca wants to try some meatball. And if you join the cooking consortium, you get to tell me how much meatball let Chewbacca try. I'm gonna give her a very small piece. Very small. Meatball. Meatball. And I'm putting it on the back of my couch. And she'll either eat it or leave it there. Oh my god. They didn't hold their shape properly. I thought I didn't put enough egg in it. But wow, that is a for a first meatball attempt, like ever. Holy shit. Oh, that is some good bucket meatball. Wow. You know what is? The sauce is good too. Go find my sauce recipe, where I start with some olive oil, some fennel seeds. I usually strip out some spicy sausages, put the internals of some spicy sauce, just brown it. And then I'll do diced tomatoes, let the water evaporate. Just pour diced tomatoes in, let it sit on top of the sausage. It'll go out, it'll evaporate. Then you add 3 cans of sauce. I added half a jar of, because I don't make my own yet, I added mushroom Alfredo. Parmesan cheese, some Italian spices, salt. Reduce it for, oh my god, that meatball! Alright, I'm wiping off the board now. Can't get meatball goop on my steak. And since you're all here anyway, let's cut some steak. I think it's been, because I pan seared it in my cast iron here. And then I put it in the oven at a low temperature. There's meatball on my hobby. Honestly, I'm gonna rinse that off. Holy god, that's good. I was worried, and here I was worried about my meatballs. Pasta knows, pasta knows. So let's see. Best way to slice a London broil. Yeah, I know, I'm being an idiot. Shut up. But I see where the grain is, and I want it to be... So now I can go with a thin slice this way. Yes. Considering pan, sear, and then go. Chewbacca, is this what you want? Did you eat the meatball? You ate the meatball, or you dragged the meatball away. Go. Here's the key to feeding Chewbacca, everyone on Zero Views. You ready? Let her smell it. Let her smell it. Smash her in the nose with it. And then she'll be like, oh, wait. I know what this tastes like. It's fucking food. Mmm. Oh. Oh, yeah. Steak seasoning. Salt. Done. Mmm. Mmm. If you like mukbang, join my live stream. This is the more cooked part. I don't do thin slices of steak. I'll usually do strips. I'll do this, and then I'll cut this like this, like I'm 6 years old. Mommy, mommy, mommy. Cut up my steak. Mmm. Alright. Go on with some macaroni and cheese that I made earlier on my live stream. Look at that. Mmm. Peppers and onions and deliciousness. Anyway, this is what a Z Cooks is like. M Cooks usually involves her feet because everyone's apparently obsessed with her feet. I'll get you, fucking fly. J Cooks is way cleaner and more organized, and there's recipes and there's instructions, and he only talks about the food, and I love him. Wish he would talk about more than the food, but he talks about the food. He loves the fucking food. That's a lot of sauce. How the fuck am I gonna put that in? Alright, well that's something for me to figure out off camera. Anyway, links in the description. If you're on Z Reviews, Z Cooks links in the description. If you're on Zeos Pantera, Z Reviews and Zeos Pantera, Z Cooks, Z Cooking Consortium. If you'd like to be in the... I'm going to show you, boys, what's going down. If you'd like to be in the Z Cooks Consortium, look. Pictures of the meatballs. We got tacos. We got dinners. We got a cat. We got dogs and bunnies and fucking banana things and that pizza. The Domino's pizza ultra pastry, double cheese plus double cheese 8 times. Oh my god, I'm gonna puke. Exactly. So if you want to be part of this community, look at my pan getting cleaned. Please, $5 a month in the Z Cooks Consortium. We'll get you there. Oh, there's my brother doing shit. Alright, going now. I'm gonna go eat my steak. And probably I have 12 meatballs left in there because I ate the 13th. So good. Links in the description to this cutting board and maybe this knife. What? Oh, join it for the tubers. Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled Z Reviews or Zeos Pantera stuff. Bye.